everybody, this is Miss K and welcome to Miss K Gone Postal. I hope you had a good day today. I don't know if you worked, if it was your NS. As you can see, it's the end of my day. And you know what that means. It's drinky time. So that means for us, me and you, to have a really good conversation tonight. I want to address my postal freaks, because the other day, as you have seen, that freak with the beard got on my channel and hacked it and put his raggedy ass show on my shit and went ahead and scared you guys about all the changes that the Postal Service is doing. Got y'all all in an uproar. People were like, what's going on? Are we going to lose our jobs? Are they going to close this location? Are they closing plants? I am so sorry, y'all, that this fool got on my channel and started going crazy and telling y'all the conspiracy theories and shit. I apologize. Let me take a drink before we start talking about this fool right here. Hold on. A piece of ice too. You get that ice, to be so good. Anyway, so I have to say this. I don't appreciate his ass getting on my channel with that foolishness. Got y'all running around here acting crazy and scared. But what I did do was I did go and research a lot of the stuff that he was saying. Because if I'm going to go in here and talk shit about his ass, I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. So he was talking about the article. There's several articles that are out in regards to what the Postal Service is trying to do. Also, DeJoy himself has given and laid out his 10-year plan in regards to what he's trying to do for the Postal Service. And there are other articles that are out from separate writers, things that are in the mailman, if you get that publication in the mail, in regards to what the Post Office is trying to do over the next 10 years. I have to say this, y'all. That crazy little motherfucker, you know what, he might be gung-ho all the time, but he actually is right. And in regards to some of the things that he laid out in his video, I did go do some backtracking on it in regards to what he said. Now, yes, it's true. DeJoy has a 10-year plan on how he wants to streamline the Postal Service, the changes that he wants to make in the Postal Service. He wants to make sure that we're more productive and that we are creating much more revenue than we are right now. Y'all got to remember something. We technically have no competition, but our real competition is Amazon. So in order for us to compete, we have to streamline. So there are a lot of things that DeJoy is trying to do that some people may or may not like, but a lot of you motherfuckers been yapping. The post office needs to change. Well, guess what? Change coming, motherfucker. And this man is dead ass serious. Now, in regards to the article, I know in his channel, on his particular video on my goddamn channel, he laid out an article that you guys could click on and see, and some other things in regards to what DeJoy laid out. I read that article. I read the whole damn article. That shit was long, but I read it. So this man's serious. So what he's trying to do is, if you're working at a plant, like myself, I work at a plant, and there are surrounding stations and maybe even an annex around us. He wants to go ahead and close all those annexes and incorporate those workers into the plant. The plant will thus be called an SDC. Will no longer be a PDNC or whatever DC it is or whatever. That will remain the same, but more of you guys will come to the plant. So some carriers would come, some clerks would come. That's how to be. Now, at the major hubs, which is what they're creating, because they're actually building hubs and they're leasing hubs. So I think in the video that he mentioned, crazy ass JH mentioned about them having a 1 million square feet warehouse that they are building, that they have acquired, and that they're going to make into a major hub. That is so fucking true. That is not even conjecture, baby. That is fucking true. Now, they also are leasing a big-ass warehouse in North Carolina that's 620,000 square feet, and that's going to be also a major hub. And that's just two of the ones that they're going to do across the country. I don't know of the other ones. Those two I did find. Now, don't be all riled up because this crazy fool came on there going, hey, you got to go to change. No, don't get riled up, baby. It's not that serious. When they decide to close some of these stations, and not every station to get closed. There's actually a list, and there's actually like a map showing, depending on the location, depending on the population, what will remain open, what will close, and what they are predicting they would do as far as who's going to get closed and go to what they call a spoke, which is what a SDC will be, and what a hub will be. So a spoke would be a plant, like where I work. We would be considered a spoke. And all these terminologies I'm using, they're in the article, they're in DeJoy's plan. So the spoke would be where some of the carriers would come and some of the clerks would come to work along with whoever else is there. Now the major hubs will probably be where the tractor trailer drivers will probably be located, some of the carriers will be located, and some more of the clerks will be located. And those are going to be huge facilities, like huge, on the size of Amazon, huge, maybe a little bit bigger, to house everybody. Now, don't be concerned that you're going to lose your job. For you young people who just started your postal career, and people like me who haven't been there 20, 30, 40 years, we have nothing to really be concerned with. We are not the ones that need to be extra concerned about our job. All they're going to do is they're going to envelop us into either a spoke or a hub, and you're going to have to work there. Now, you may not like it because you don't know what a spoke is going to be and you don't know what a hub is going to be. But if you want your job, you better figure out that you're going to be there. That's it. Pretty much that's how it's going to be. Now, if you are an old timer, they want your asses out because this plan specifically states that they are trying to lessen the older population workforce. They want your asses gone. Like real talk, like out the door. You're milking it. You gotta go. In the corporate world, baby, nobody makes it to 30, 40 years. You barely doing 2025. They're not giving you a watch anymore and patting you on the motherfucking back and tell you happy retirement. Your ass gotta go. You gotta go. 30, 40, 50 years, and in some cases 60, is fucking ridiculous. You're dragging your old ass out. But not only that, you're costing money. This is a business. And this man, DeJoy, who's running it, has a lot of stocks in Amazon. I don't know if you guys know that, but he does. When he got elected for this position, he owned several hundred shares of Amazon, which this motherfucker, because he's smart, signed them over to his wife because he cannot own stock in a major company and run the post office. It's just the way rich people do business, baby. You'll learn that one day. So, because he is a businessman, because he owns several hundred shares of Amazon, he is looking at it from a business mind point. Is the post office viable? Is the post office making money? How can we make it to make money? And this is the mindset that he's using. A lot of y'all motherfuckers been crying for change. The post office keep doing shit the same way. It's motherfucking toxic. The old people are still here. Then guess what? Your fucking change coming, baby. It's coming. Fast, fast, fast. Like gasoline draws, baby. Going fast, burning. And the problem is that some of you guys are really not ready for the change that's going to come. Mind you, it is a 10-year plan. Mind you, I'm really not a DeJoy fan. I don't particularly care for him, but I have nothing against the man as far as when it comes to business and the ideas of his plan. I want to see if actually some of these things are going to come into fruition. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Is he going to do it in 10 years? Maybe he will, maybe he won't. We don't fucking know. But a lot of the things so far are already in motion. There are things going on that you're not being told. There are things going on that you know nothing about. There are things going on that your union, and I'm going to say it, your union, them motherfuckers know what the fuck is going on, okay? The mail handlers union, who is still negotiating bullshit ass contract, right? They have their convention. And at this convention, they were given the information. They were told of the plan and of the changes. They even know of some of the places that will be closed. Think I don't know? Okay. When you see your shop steward, mail handlers. If you see one of your shop stewards, clerks, because they also know, they have a list. They send it to them. If they've been to a convention lately, if they've been to a state meeting lately, even a local meeting, they know. Question them. Ask them. They're not telling you because the problem is that they don't want to release all the information. DeJoy doesn't want to either because he doesn't want what crazy ass JH did the other day and got y'all running around here like a chicken with your fucking head cut off thinking you're finna lose your job. You're not. You're not going to lose your job, baby. It ain't that serious. You're going to have a job. Now, where that job is going to be determined on who and where they're going to close these locations and where you're going to go. If you are a carrier and you go to a spoke, which is a plant. If you are a carrier and you go to a hub, you will have a job. Now, this is the problem. Your routes are going to be longer. You're going to have to commute further from the station that you're at, which will be a spoke or a hub, to go to your routes. And your routes will be further out. And I think they're going to add 5 to 6 more routes to what you're already doing. Yeah, you heard what I said. 5 or 6 more. Suck it up. Drink a lot of water and some Gatorade, because it's gonna be that type of time. Okay? If you are a truck driver, you're either probably going to work at a spoke, the SDC, or you can work at a hub. And all they're probably going to do is move mail from spokes to hubs, from spokes to hubs, from spokes to hubs, because they're going to no longer be stations and they're going to no longer be annexes. A lot of them will be closed. And according to the post office, some of those will be sold. They're going to sell them so they can make money off them. You heard what I said? They're going to sell them. If they keep a particular one open, a lot of them are going to become retail storefronts. They're going to have other businesses in there so that they can make money. You guys need to understand this. Change is about fucking money. This is what we talk about all the time, right? Shmoney. It's about shmoney. If you want to make sure you keep making shmoney, the post office has to make shmoney. If you want to keep having your TSP and your FERS and all that other good shit that they pay for, then guess what? They got to make money. And this is how they're going to make the money. So don't be concerned about losing your job. You're not going to lose your job. Now, the ones who are going to lose their jobs or maybe demoted down are going to be postmasters. Don't need them. What the fuck you need a job for? You don't have a station to run. Oh, poor thing. No job for you. Or they'll put your ass in craft. Or they'll demote you to some menial task bullshit, because he's talking about eliminating a lot of management because he finds them quite inferior. And so do I. But he's talking about cutting 50,000 jobs across the board. This is pretty much implant support. You're talking about the postmasters and other, people in management and other menial level, maybe 16, 17, 18 grade positions that you really don't need once you envelop all of these positions into one location. So listen to crazy ass JH. A lot of shit he said was true. Oh God, I'm sorry. Just to say that, it just made me sick for a minute. But it is true. It is true. A lot of shit he said is true. He gave you the information. Click on it. Look at the information. Read the articles for yourself. There's articles by the Mailman publication. There's actually stuff on OIG in regards to what's going on. Look up the Joy's 10-year plan. It's all laid out in that plan. Not all of it. Some of it is. There are a lot of things that's not laid out in that plan because they're trying to give it to you guys piece by piece by piece because they don't want to scare every fucking body. But remember, if you are crying for change, if you are stomping around for change, and you've been saying, oh, the post office needs to change, and the way they're doing shit is ridiculous, and why do we keep doing this, and they're doing the same thing, then guess what, baby? Your change is coming. And all you got to do is ride the motherfucking wave. Baby, I ain't concerned with it. As long as I can do this after work and talk shit with you guys, I am so fucking good. So remember, everybody, don't be concerned with it. Get the information. Read it for yourself. Educate yourself. Hey, make sure you talk to your union because those motherfuckers, and that's me too because I'm in a union, those motherfuckers are supposed to know. And if they don't know, because some of them really don't because they haven't gotten the information or they didn't read it, question them. Go online. Find information for yourself because we are the front line in regards to what's going to happen when they do decide to do all this mass change that's going on. Let's not have mass hysteria, y'all. Stop listening to that motherfucker there because he getting on my goddamn nerves. And the next time his ass show up on my channel, y'all better fucking let me know because I will, in the throat, y'all, in the throat. But just remember, guys, always love and light. Peace.